Let's give them a few minutes to come aboard, Brad. I think this is our, I don't know, is this our 5th live event, Brad? Wow, 4.5.
No, I think you're right. Either 4 or 5.
Come on in, Brad. Let's do our introduction here first, because for the rebroadcast.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Haney, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Well, in our opinion, of course not.
Brad, today we're going to talk about muscle pain or tightness, and we're going to show you some products that'll help you deal with that. Help you, the thing is, a lot of times the muscle that is tight is painful.
Right.
And so we're going to show you how to stretch it out, different ways to do so. And through the benefit of OPTP, that's OPTP,
4 letters,
physical therapy products. Their website is listed below in our description with these products for free. And we are going to do a giveaway. It's not going to be on YouTube, though. I'll make it very clear. YouTube has very specific guidelines on how to give away products, and I just didn't want to follow that.
Sure.
So we're doing our giveaway on Facebook, the program too. By the way, give us a hi out there, or shout out on the live chat, so we can see that you're out there.
Anybody out there?
Anybody out there?
Well, let's get to the product.
But anyway, Brad, what I was going to say is that if you go to Facebook, you don't have to like our page. We'd like you to like our page, but it's below, Bob and Brad. You have to do. There's a picture of this foam roller there. You can all you have to do is like that post. Or there's a picture of this strap, and you just have to like that post,
okay,
and you're in the contest then.
There you go.
We're giving away 3 of these, one of those.
One of these.
So,
should we talk a little bit more about
yeah, why don't you talk about these, Brad?
All right. So these are 6-inch foam rollers. That's what they go by. Get out of the way, Bob. And we're going to start with this pretty blue one. This is one of their nicer ones. This is called the Pro Roller series. And this
Insane Chef, by the way.
Oh, well,
Insane Chef. That's a name, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. Insane Brad.
He talked when I was talking.
Yeah.
I didn't have to apologize. So we're on the foam roller. It's soft. These are really nice. This is professional grade. If you get them dirty, they wash up nice. It'll last years and years.
These are really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my foam roller of choice right now. It's called the Pro Roller.
Pro Roller,
Yeah.
yeah, we went through that. This is a standard density, and it's not real hard. They make a softer one that is actually even more comfortable to use. Some people do like the more high density, aggressive ones, and then you're going to go to this.
Did you say that's one's washable?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly right.
It's closed cell.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
Closed cell, that's how it's manufactured. I don't really know what that means, but
Yeah.
it's a better quality. And this is the Axis, AXIS is what that goes by. And the black one, that's their high density. This is the most aggressive one. So if you've got, if you really want to get into those muscles and work them hard, you're going to go with the black Axis.
Hold on just a second, Brad. Let's say a couple shout outs here.
It keeps on walking in front of me.
Somebody, I don't even know how to say that. USAPH. I can't say I.
Someone that doesn't live
And the money
close to
tide.
us.
The money tide. Hey, Bob
Okay,
and Brad.
all right, thank you. Let's go on to the silver one. This is the gray Axis, AXIS again. Now this is the standard one. It's one of the standard. It's a little bit softer. Okay, and these two are a little more affordable. They may not last as long as this one, but they're good products. I've had this one in my clinic and used it for over 5 years.
I was gonna say I got one like that, and they don't go.
Yeah, they are,
So,
and they're a little more less expensive, but they're not near as pretty as these. I can tell you that much.
pretty or I mean, again, I really like the soft nature of
They
this.
are. They are.
All right, this product, by the way, Brad, is the stretch out strap. And by the way, that foam roller that we're giving away, the blue one, that's $36 I saw on OPTP.
Okay. Good.
Again, give us comments out there if you want to say hi to us. We'll say hi back. This is the stretch out strap, really kind of a ingenious little product.
It is.
Brad. It's got basically woven into it 10 handles.
Sure.
And so you can grab on with that. You don't need a lot of grip while you're doing your stretches. It's really easy to do.
Right.
The nice thing about this is how portable this is. I mean,
Right.
I can just stick this in my pocket, walk away with it. And
You can travel with it very easily if you want to stretch out in your hotel room at home. And they are built strong. And I don't know how much weight this could pull, but I bet you could hundreds of pounds easily on this, and it's not going to.
Yeah, we just, something got in the way here. You want to X that
Yeah,
out,
I'll
Brad?
get rid of that.
All right. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to start showing a couple stretches here that you can do with the stretch out strap. A good one to do is to stretch the chest. And again, it's nice because you don't need a wall or a doorway to do this, which is often what you do use. You just go ahead and put your hand in the two handles, and pick out two that are kind of close to each other like this, and you can go ahead and reach back like this. And look how that stretches out, Brad.
Why don't you face that way so they can see it? You can see that distance, and look at it. You know, you don't need any grip at all because you put it around the hand or through the wrist.
Okay, got a new comment there, Brad. You want to read what it says?
Sure.
I'll get ready for the next one. One that you often want to do is shoulder internal rotation. Would you aren't able to read it?
No, the soldier gaming, he says he's got more pain because of his heavy rucksack. So obviously we got some in the service, military service. Any solutions for this after wearing this heavy rucksack? And we could show some foam rolling that could be
sure,
very helpful.
after that, yeah. So this one is a great one to do for increasing shoulder internal rotation, which is often lacking. I'm sorry, I'm talking away from the microphone, which is often lacking with shoulder problems. So it's just a real easy way. You can go off this side too, and you can really get that stretch and work your way up. Right. You'll quite often, if you have a painful shoulder, compare the two, and quite often the painful shoulder might go up to this high, where the other one goes up this high.
Don't get too aggressive with this one. If it starts to give you any sharp pain, I want you to stop. It's gentle stretch.
It's pressure on, pressure off, just real slight. So next one, we're going to go ahead and do one laying down here, Brad. You got some comments, Brad?
Oh yes. Yep. Be a Steph. Hey, you guys, with a nice heart. There you go, Steph.
Hey, Steph. All right. One that almost everybody wants to do, of course, is the hamstring stretch. So you just go ahead and you can hook that onto your foot, bring it up. And what I like about this, Brad, is you can actually do what we call contract relax. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up so high, and now I'm going to push down.
So push it in this direction.
Yeah. So if the strap wasn't there, I'd just go right down.
Right.
And then I don't let it go though. I don't let it go I don't give up any ground.
Exactly.
And then I go further.
Right.
After I relax again.
Yeah.
So contract, relax.
Right.
Contract, relax. And you'll find out you'll go further with this. You'll work your way up.
If you put your hand in there, Bob.
Oh yeah. I always forget this. Brad's always the mechanical guy. Yeah, now I was
easier, isn't it?
Yeah, I was working so hard there. Now it's just real easy.
Right. Actually, he was doing that on purpose so that we could show
the contrast.
Exactly.
I'm such a
wise
man.
You're a genius.
So this is another one which seems really easy to you if you're athletically inclined or you're not at all elderly maybe. But we have a lot of people do single leg to chest and double knee to chest. And they have trouble doing that, don't they, Brad?
Someone just asked, do they have any stretches for the glutes? Here we go.
All right, this will stretch the glute.
Right.
Yeah. This, you're going to go ahead and around underneath the knee like this, and you go ahead and pull it up like this, and this is stretching the glute. And
there you go. That's right there, the old buttocks.
And a lot of times people have trouble grabbing onto there. They might only get this far, and they can only go this far to start off with.
Right.
Especially people with hip arthritis.
Sure.
And it's good to keep the hip stretched out as much as possible with hip arthritis.
And we have another person asking about, he's got back problems. He wants to know if he can continue playing football or soccer. No, not if you got back problems at L5S1.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to, that's a whole other animal.
I know it.
All right, again, I'm putting my hands, again, in the straps, and now I can do double knee to chest, Brad.
Right.
Again, this is one we use quite often when somebody's got maybe degenerative disc disease.
Right.
Stenosis.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and they have trouble doing this one. And you can go pressure on, pressure off, pressure on, pressure off. Now, for the normal back problem, Brad, which a lot of people have, we have them do extensions. So you're actually laying on your stomach and then pressing up like this.
Sure.
And eventually, after a while, if you've been doing these a while, we like to have a strap over the top of it, and you can get a little extra pressure.
Someone just jumped in, Bob, and they said, what kind of stretch out or band are we using here?
Oh yeah, this is the stretch out strap. I'm sorry for those of you who just are joining us. It's from OPTP. It's down below. You can have a chance to win one. Actually, we're giving away 3 of these. We're not doing it on YouTube. Sorry, there's just too many regulations. You're gonna have to go to our Facebook page. Sorry about that. But our Facebook page is below. There's a picture of the stretch out strap and there's a picture of a foam roller. All you have to do is like the post. You don't have to like our page, which we'd like you to do, like our page, but you don't have to, and you're in the contest. So, and I'm gonna pick some random names out of there, and we'll send you, OPTP is gonna send you these products. We didn't get paid for this, did we, Brad?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, we're not getting paid for this. We're kind of advocates for you people, and we're trying to get products for you to get, we're trying to find stuff for free. We only show stuff that we really like.
Right.
And this is stuff we really
Let's
like.
carry on with
Oh
this.
yeah, so here, we're doing the stretch out strap. Again, you put your hand into both handles again, and now look at this. I can give a little more extra stress on the back, and you can work different angles. You go a little bit lower.
Yeah, you can't see it, but the strap is going across his mid back, and it's as if I'm holding some support right here. And you'll feel it when you use it.
Yeah, it's a great one for doing this this one.
Bob, I just wanted to mention, Madam X said, can we use the strap for any stretches for the neck? We do not have any. It's one of those things we don't have any for the neck. I don't use it with
You could
patients.
do this. Could you do this?
Yeah, you could. Well, that would be one option.
Yeah, you could. This would be just like using our towel, Brad.
With good judgment, of course.
But you could do different levels here. So you could do actually, Madam, what's her name?
Well, Madam X.
Madam X. That's a
Yeah.
great. This is leading us to something new here.
Well,
New discovery.
if you really want to do it, Bob,
Yeah, you do it in the chair.
show it the right way.
So when you're having neck pain, a lot of times what we have people start doing is chin tucks. And then we have them work on going back like this. And sometimes this is painful. So what you can try, thanks Madam X, we'll call this the Madam X technique. You actually put it underneath you like this. You bring it up to your eyes and you're gonna go back like this. And you're gonna see if it feels better. If it feels better, then you can go ahead and use the strap. If it doesn't feel better, you don't do it. You can work on different levels like this. The Madam X technique, I like it.
And she's a subscriber. I've answered comments for her on
So you can go different levels like this, Brad.
Yep.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah, actually, I was a little concerned at first. You got the neck, and
Right.
people may.
But no, it grips really well and it
Sure.
works on that level really well.
Excellent.
This is why we have interaction here with people.
Yeah, we learned from you as well as it's a
Oh,
back
yeah.
and forth thing.
I'm gonna show one last stretch, Brad, and then you can show the foam roller.
Oh, I can't wait.
I bet you can. So this is the quad stretch, which you can of course do standing or laying down. So here I'm gonna go ahead and I'm stretching the quad. You can lay down and do it also like this.
As a matter of fact, we just had someone ask if you can use this with a Jan Morton said, can we use this on a knee replacement? You could do this, but that's pretty advanced for.
I would say on a knee replacement, Brad, you could do some of this.
Sure, help you do a
Yeah.
heel slide. Let's do it on the other leg so they can see it. Let me give you a hand.
Look at these. I think we're coming up with brilliant techniques here.
Yeah.
And they have to relate to the
There you
patients.
go.
This is a great way to work on
Exactly.
increasing knee bend.
Now, there's even, I hate to do this, Bob, but if you have something slippery on the bottom, watch it.
All right, he just brought in our product here. This is the knee glide.
This is what we did invent, and
Yeah.
we have it on the market. We didn't want to show it off, but.
And actually, OPTP carries this too. So
Right. Now, look at this. This is beautiful.
yeah, this is a great
Total
technique.
knee replacement, ACL, meniscus repair. We're inventing new
So
exercises.
what's her name? We're gonna call that the Jan technique? The Jan?
Yeah, Jam Morgan.
Jam?
Jam.
Oh, Jam
Yeah.
Morgan technique.
You bet.
Well, thank you. Well, now we're gonna go to the foam roller. Brad, you want to show us some of these?
I do, Bob.
You want to take the
I want to use
foam roller?
I want to use the standard pro roller because it is nice. I'm gonna move the chair away a little bit, Bob, so I don't bump into the table back there. And I'm going to go right to my favorite technique. And this is one that is wonderful. If you've been working on the computer, you've been sitting with poor posture for a while, and like this, and you realize it, and you got that kink in the back, and it kind of hurts to straighten up on a carpeted floor. Don't do this on a bed. You probably don't have one of these at home. Carpeted floor is the best, and simply roll back and forth across your back. Oh, that feels good.
Yeah, I love this one.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
what I do all the time. Brad, by the way, Leanna Crow says you made a huge difference in my daily life activities.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate the
Was
kind
it
words.
me or you?
I'm sure it was me. Brad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. I would do
Yeah.
that.
Well, I don't even know why I asked. So anyways, the next thing I do with this, But I do this on patients quite a bit because posture is such a problem. Poor posture causes so many problems with the neck and arms and shoulders.
This is a great one.
Right. And if you do get a lower density one, it's much more comfortable than the high density black one. You'll want to get the softer one for this. And then you could just lay and let things relax and stretch. It's great for the shoulders as they stretch out for posture.
That's $1 million stretch out there, Brad.
And here you can even throw in some chin tucks, which is even more beneficial for the neck and neck problems. Do those gently.
Jeannie Cash says she had pain in her right low back and hip. I have the strap. It's awesome. Great stretch. Thank you.
I wonder if she's related to Johnny Cash.
I'm sure that's probably his nephew.
I do want to bring up this Pro Roller Arch because if you get one of these and you have a stiff neck and it's uncomfortable to lay your head flat, which is relatively common, this nice little device you put right here fits on nicely, and it makes for a nice little Pro Roller pillow, so to speak.
Somebody wants us to do more videos on arthritis or fibromyalgia. I will do that. I will do one next week on arthritis. Say no more. Because
we'll make it next week. It won't go online.
That's Taryn Howard.
Okay, Taryn. We're with you. If you've got IT band, actually I'm going to go into hamstring because hamstring injuries are so common. And if you got a foam roller, by the way, this is the 3-foot foam roller. You can get the 18-inch ones. You're not going to do the ones on the back on that. Getting to the hamstring.
Jeannie Cash says she lots of laughs. So I wish she was part of the Johnny Cash.
Yeah. I love Johnny Cash. If you're over 50, you probably remember him. Now look at this. If you've got a hamstring, a tight hamstring muscle, you're going to put the foam roller just like I have it here, and you're going to work it. Now, if it's real tight, sore, you notice my hands are unweighting, lifting my butt in the air, and my heels are on, and I can control how much pressure is on there. If I want to get in deeper to that muscle, I'm going to cross this leg over, and I'm going to put weight, and this is much more aggressive.
I think the thing to point out about this roller, Brad, is it is softer, but it's not mushy.
Right. This is not one of those little mushy ones.
This is high quality.
I do have to admit, this particular exercise, where you have a large muscle, a lot of muscle mass, you might want more aggressive the black one. So I'm actually going to bring that point up if that's okay, Bob.
Sure.
There we go. Now I know you can't see this one very well against my black pants.
Insane Chef is wondering if I have burning in my wrist could be related to the ulnar nerve. It could be. It could be the median nerve, ulnar nerve.
Right.
I mean,
usually more it's the median nerve.
I would guess.
I mean,
your carpal tunnel basically is what we're talking about here. So.
All right. Now look at this. I'm going to show a little leg, Bob. I hope this doesn't offend anybody out there, but I want to talk about the calf muscle, and I want to talk about when you get those tight cramps at night. Some people get it, or with running. This is great to roll the calf muscles off. Now this one I like the softer roller for, and I'm going with my hands here, and if I could let my butt touch the floor a little bit, it takes
really good for preventing shin splints, or if you have shin splints.
Sure.
This is really a good one to do. You could even roll on the front too.
I'm going to show that a little bit.
If
you really want to get aggressive on this, cross your legs on here, and I'm not going to do it because it hurts. That's too aggressive for my wimpy calf.
How much stretching is too much, Brad? Is there really too much stretching? I think before an athletic event, there can be too much. If you're in a powerful event where you're going to have to sprint,
right?
You don't want to stretch too much.
Right.
You want to do dynamic stretching because you stretch out the muscles so much they lose their force.
Sure.
But otherwise, I think you can stretch a lot.
You know, I think it's one of those things that once you start doing it, if you've never stretched before, you don't want to stretch too much right away.
You want to work your way up into it.
You need to learn your body. And after you learn your body, listen to your body, you'll learn what is the right amount of stretching for you. It takes years, well, maybe not years, but it takes some time to get to know your body. I'm working on an anterior tib right now. I'm just not having a good time. I'm actually doing some treatment there.
Why, you having some problem there, Brad?
No, Bob, I don't have any problem with my anterior
By the way,
tib.
Mary Ellen Acosta gets sharp pain in her left hip during certain movements during martial arts class. Then we got Brad's a 2nd-degree black belt in karate.
Yeah, Taekwondo, American Taekwondo, actually.
So would the foam roller be good to work out that point of pain? They have along with stretches, I would say.
I'm going to show her a technique right now.
For the hip?
Yep, for that hip. If you're talking about side kicks and round kicks, or our front kicks. And if we got side kick, round kicking, again, that hip abductor problems, right here would be a good way to get into that. I'm right above the greater trochanter, that bone right there. That's actually your hip joint, and we're in that muscle, and that muscle is responsible for those high kicks. And that could easily get tight with doing your kicks. I don't know if you're doing form or you're getting it in kata, or form or you're getting it in sparring.
I McDonald said you had nice legs. She must be delusional.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
McDonald's restaurant?
No, keep going.
But that is really a nice one. I do want to get into that piriformis muscle, because a lot of people with piriformis syndrome.
Somebody wants to see hip flexors too, Brad.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay.
I'm not going to hit that as soon as I get done.
All right, piriformis and hip
Yeah,
flexors.
now this one, you go like this.
Plexus Morate, I think.
Yeah, the names are difficult sometimes. All right. We don't get out much, so if it's not a German name or a Norwegian, like
Yeah.
here, we don't know what
We're
it
in the
means.
Midwest.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to tilt like this and get right in that piriformis. You cannot do it flat like this. You got to go to one side or the other and get in.
Remember, go to our Facebook page if you want to win one of these, and just click on that pic. There's a picture there, and like that post. Or we're also giving away 3 of these. At least OPTP is giving away 3 of these. Great company, great products, and I'm gonna probably pick them on Monday. Is that all right with you, Fred?
Oh, I don't mind, Bob. Yeah, you can. Monday's fine with me. That's okay. Hip flexor, Bob. You mentioned someone who's interested in hip flexor. This is how I'm going to get after that. And I'm going to work in as deep as I can. Now remember, hip flexors, if you get it to the psoas, they're so deep, you're not going to get it with the foam roller. But you can get the rectus femoris and some of the lower part.
You see, he's leaning over onto that side.
Right.
He's leaning over it. Yeah.
I'm going to exaggerate so you can see it.
Yeah.
And get into that. You get the TFL, tensor fasciolata. Remember that one, Bob?
Yeah. Fasciolata.
This feels
So
pretty
PT
good.
Bay and Dare said, can this work with severe tightness of the hamstring? That along with the one we did with the band here.
Oh, right.
You'll watch the rebroadcast if you didn't see it. We showed how to do contract, relax with this.
Yeah.
And that'll really help stretch the tight
You
hamstring.
combine the roller with that stretch out band, and you will increase your flexibility. I do want to get the latissimus dorsi muscle right here, Bob, as well as the tricep.
Somebody will talk about they want to make their hip flexors stronger after a stroke. We have a whole playlist of videos on stroke, and we've got some ideas on there.
If you Google Bob and Brad and hip flexor, you'll get those videos will come up.
Sure.
Now on this one, you don't want to work the rib cage where there's no muscle. You want to go like this and then tilt back so you get on that muscle part of the latissimus dorsi. If you're one of those guys with that big V shape, you'll get into that pretty deeply here.
And somebody mentioned audio. Yeah, our audio is just not going to be as good on this program. I mean, we have a mic that is forward here, but it's probably about the best we're going to be able to do because we're so far away from the mic. So
yeah, we'll work on that.
Well, what else can we work on, Brad?
Well, I want to work on triceps here.
Okay.
So this is nice. It's that TV watching position, and this is what I call it. There we go. And you can roll right back and forth. Feels really nice, actually.
All right, Brad. Well, I think
They probably had enough of us.
I think they've had enough of us. Remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Yeah, except for we're working on those so that
We're working hard.
Oh, here we go. See this one here? It got broke. It went like that.
And we got to try to bring it together.
We've taped it. We've duct tape and we've scotch tape, and we're gonna get something else to work on this. So
Remember, go to Facebook, give it your chance to win. Otherwise, go to OPTP and buy some of these products. They're really great for all those issues. Thanks for watching.